Hello, my great viewers all over the world. Welcome again to my YouTube channel. Yes. Today I'll be talking about the differences between China and Japan. Yeah. And number one on the list is politeness. Yes, politeness. Yeah. People in Japan, here in Japan, people are very polite. You know, you go to the supermarket, the people at the supermarket are very polite to you. They say arigato gozaimasu all the time, which means thank you. And and they use the word please a lot. They say uh onegaishimasu, which means please. They use it a lot when they talk to you. But compared to China, I'm not saying Chinese people are rude generally, but you can tell the difference between both countries. In China, like for example, you get into a taxi and you don't even know the taxi driver, and that is it's okay when a taxi driver asks you where you from. Like you can start a conversation, of course, but you like some questions like you go, where you from? Why are you in China? What are you doing in China? How long have you been in China? Just too many questions in a very short period of time. It can be very rude. You being a black man in China, like you're in the marketplace or you're outside, you're just walking, an old man or old women or little kids can just come over to you and touch your skin and see if you're like having a kind of a pain on your skin. They can be very rude, and they can come to you and ask you questions like, why are you so black? This is, I think, to me, I don't know. I don't know to other people. I think this is really rude. But here in Japan, it's totally different. People mind their business. They know when to approach you, to talk to you, and they do everything just politely. Number two on my list, is making friends. Yeah, in Japan, in fact, when I left China for Japan, that's one of the problem I faced here in Japan at the beginning. I tell you, people, like, if you live here in Japan for 100 years, you might not have just one single friend because it's just something too difficult. You can be here for donkey years, you have no friends. It's very difficult things to make friends here in Japan. Even between the Japanese people as well, I think. Compared to China, I lived 6 years in China. I can't count how many friends I had while I was in China. If you want to decide to be making like 3, 4, 5 friends in a day in China, people ask you. People want to study English. People want to speak English. You being foreigner around them, they want to get to know you. They ask for your number. Can I have your number? After you giving them your number, and that same day you can get calls. Or what you doing this tonight? Would you like to come out and eat? I'm with my friends. Would you like to come out and eat with us? It's so easy to make friends in China. That's one of the things I like about China. You feel, it's fun, it's lively. It's if you're a young person and you go to China and you really want to have fun, China is a place for you because you're really gonna enjoy yourself. Be getting phone calls almost every day. People invite you to come out and drink and eat, and have fun with them. But here in Japan, it can be very boring. You can go 1 year without making just one single friend. It can be boring. Number three on my list is population. Wow. Of course, we all know that. Great, a lot of people in China. China has the highest population in the whole world. So when I say population, there is this thing about China. When you go to even a very small village, a very small town, there are too many people all over the place. And, you're gonna feel lonely, and you always see people around you. Now, compared to Japan. When you leave Tokyo, you just leave Tokyo, like you drive 3 hours away from Tokyo, 2 hours away from Tokyo. You're in other city, small villages. You can be the only one in the street. And when I moved to Japan from China, that was another shock for me, because a town can just be like a ghost town. You can be driving, no single person. Eventually, if you're gonna see someone walking in the street, it's gonna be a very old woman or a old man. You can see really see young people around. So very, like, you compare the population of Japan with China. Yeah, it's not something we should be talking about. Like, just too many people in China. Yeah, number 4 on my list is spicy food. Yeah, in China, you can get lots of spicy dishes in China. As an African, and as a Nigerian, we eat lots of spicy food in Nigeria. So China was okay for me because I could see a lot of spicy food to eat. But when I moved to Japan, I tell you, my dear friends, to find, I don't think Japanese really have a spicy dish. It's zero, zero. They don't really eat spicy a lot. And mind you, when they bring a dish to you and tell you that this is a very spicy food, and by the time you taste it, you cannot even feel the spicy they're talking about in the food. So, my dear friends, if you're from Africa, you're from Nigeria, or from any other countries that they eat spicy food a lot, and you're visiting Japan, or you come into Japan to leave, make sure you bring your spicy with you while you're coming. Yeah, number 5 on my list is cleanliness. Japan is a very clean country. I mean, when you go to their park, their schools, their malls, you find everywhere very clean, you know, compared to China. I'm not saying China is, or Chinese people are not clean, or it's a very dirty country, but just compared to Japan, Japanese people are just too clean, when it's come to cleanliness. And I remember my experience when I first came to Japan. I went to the park with some friends, and we took our lunch with us. And I remember that everything, all our cans, our wrappers we used, and we have to put everything in a plastic bag, and we took them home with us. Can you believe that? We took them home with us, threw them away. We, like, in China, when it was in China, nobody cares about that. You can leave whatever you brought to the park, you can leave it there. But in Japan, these people are really, serious about that. When they go I remember, like, there was a game in Brazil. Is it Olympics or a soccer game in Brazil? And Japanese people, even though their team lost the game, and they had to, clean all the rubbish around them at the stadium. So that is to tell you that how clean Japanese people are. Yes, number 6 on my list is the cost of living. Yeah, the cost of living here in Japan is just too expensive. It's too high, compared to China. China is a very cheap country. You can save a lot. You work in China and you want to save money, it's pretty easy because everything is really, really cheap, compared to here in Japan. You have to pay for these, you have to pay for that, and everything is just expensive. You can hardly save. So I can say Japan is expensive while China is cheap. Number 7 on my list is sports. Here in Japan, people like baseball a lot. Compared to China, it's different. People in China like basketball. I remember when I first moved to China, I wasn't a lover of basketball. But after living there for like a year, 2 years, then I start to love the game of basketball. I start watching NBA, and Chinese people, they love NBA a lot. And most of the basketball player in the NBA, they are black people. So if you're a black person and you go to China, the first thing, one just seeing you being a black man, they expect you to be able to play a good basketball. So it's something like people come to me all the time. Do you play basketball? I don't even know the rules of basketball then, because in Nigeria we don't really play basketball. We play soccer a lot. So then I started to develop the interest in basketball while I was in China. Up to the present moment, I love basketball now, and I'm a good fan of NBA. Here in Japan is baseball. So by the time I moved to Japan, it wasn't basketball again. It's baseball. I don't know baseball. I don't know the rules of baseball. I can't play baseball. And here, at the same time in Japan, seeing me as a black man, even before my student asked me, what's your favorite sport? And I can tell them guess, and most students will say baseball, baseball. But I can't even play baseball. I don't even know the rules of baseball. I try to play baseball, but I found out that it's a very boring sport. I hope I don't offend people that like baseball. Next is number 8. The last on my list is smoking habits. Oh my God. If you go to China, you wouldn't like the smoking habits of people in China. I don't say people shouldn't smoke, but think of it. On the bus, people are smoking. On the train, people are smoking. In the banking hall, imagine the cashier attending to you in the banking hall, smoking cigarettes. In the staff room, staff room, teachers smoking cigarette. Man, that is crazy. You wouldn't like it. But in Japan here, most all public places, like you will see the smoking areas, or you can't smoke here. It's impossible. You can't smoke in schools in Japan. If you're a teacher that you smoke, you have to go out of the school compound and hide somewhere and smoke. You can go to banks in Japan and you see someone smoking in the banking hall. No, it's impossible. You get on the train and you see people smoking on the train, or you get on the bus or you see someone smoking on the bus. It's that won't happen in Japan. It's impossible. So these are the differences between Japan and China. I hope you enjoy my video. See you some other time. Bye.